With LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga finally coming on April 5th, 2022, we also got a nice new trailer. So basically in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the trailer. Now, last video I did a reaction to it, so you can go watch that, or right here if you've already seen it, we're just going to break down. So this is on the official Nintendo YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. I couldn't find it anywhere else. I bet you it's in a bunch of other places, but it was just the first one that came up, so we're going to watch it on this one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for when I start playing the game, so then you can watch all my walkthroughs and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do walkthroughs, but whatever. Let's start it. So first of all, it's rated E everyone, but 10 plus. I don't get how it's rated everyone, but it's also rated 10 plus. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Basically, originally it was rating pending because they didn't know what it was, and it was supposed to be, rumors were saying that it was going to be 13 plus. I don't know why. It says comic mischief, cartoon violence. So we finally got an actual thing that's 10 plus. If you're above 10, you can play the game. If you're below 10, still play the game. It's not violent.
A young dreamer becomes a Jedi Knight.
So first we have Luke Skywalker on Tatooine dreaming of going out, doing the classic looking into the distance, which was easily one of the greatest moments of that movie. Then here we get the narration, which is basically going to be going on for the beginning of it. So ignore the narration. I'm basically going to be your narrator. So right here in this shot, as we see, this is most likely Return of the Jedi, and in level, Luke Skywalker, who's your main character, Return of the Jedi, has the bar above his head, and he's facing two guards. Now, above the guard on the left, there's a little 33. Now, I believe that means, like, you took out 33 damage of it, or that means that he has 33% damage left. And I don't know how the bars are going to work yet, because obviously I haven't played the game yet. When the game comes out, I bet you there's going to be, like, a tutorial at the beginning of each mission. So right here, you can definitely see all the studs. Now, I made a video, and it became my most popular video for a little while, which was why does LEGO Star Wars have no studs in it? You can go check it out. But basically, I talked about how LEGO Star Wars was missing studs, but it seems that now they finally added it on all the studs. Now right here, you're going to see that Luke Skywalker is going to do an interesting move. He's going to grab the guard, and he's going to throw him over his head here. Look at that shot right there. So that's a very interesting move for Luke Skywalker to have. I don't think that he would have that move. That's a very interesting move. And we are definitely getting some combo attacks. Like you power up your character and then you can do some combos. Also, I'll put a circle around it. But in the back right there, you can see something over there. I don't know if that's a mini care or if that's some sort of like objective that you have to get to. Or maybe it's like a portal to the next level.
A Jedi is twisted by the dark side.
So we get a better shot of the battle on Mustafar, and honestly, this battle looks really cool. Like, all the boss fights in the game, the devs have nailed the boss fights. The boss fights are really getting me excited, and they could be one of the greatest parts of this game. And then you get another shot. Now, we've seen this shot before in the second trailer that we've gotten revealed. So I'm going to do a comparison by side by side. Future Star Wars now, edit that in. So as you see the comparison side by side, it looks slightly different. So here, let me just let it play out. Number one, I believe that the breathing is slightly different. I can't tell, obviously. But if you can see, in the second one, there was a gap between his helmet and then his neck. I noticed that before, and I was a little confused about that. And also, the colors look slightly different. I felt that the other one had a little more bluish for some reason. This one looks like it's a more refined color. And this is obviously the new LEGO mold. And you can even see the lights on Vader's chest actually light up, which is pretty cool.
And as the Force awakens, a hero rises up to save the galaxy.
Again, this battle right here. Now, we've seen this battle on multiple different times right here. This looks like it could be some sort of cutscene, or they just hit in the UI, made it look really cinematic of some sorts. It looks like a cutscene, but of course, this could be in a level. And this boss fight, again, it's really exciting to see. So look at Rey's lightsaber, it's just bright. And then look how they've done Kylo Ren's lightsaber. They've even added like the spark effect because he's got a broken kyber crystal. So they've tried to keep everything, every single detail matters. Even look at Rey's outfit right here. You can see all the straps that are pretty accurate to what you see in the movie.
Relive the epic story of all 9 films in the biggest
So I'm going to pause this right here so that we can take a look at all the characters. Let's just give it a second.
LEGO video game yet with LEGO.
Okay, so right here, we're just going to run through all the characters. Now, most of these characters are pretty, like we thought they were going to be in the game. There's Luke Skywalker, Leia, Han, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, Young. I believe there's Obi-Wan, Old, Rey, Finn, Poe, Yoda, Grievous, Vader, R2, 3PO, Mace Windu, Maul, Padme, Boba Fett, Dio, Maz Kanata, and Kylo Ren way on the left right there. So these are none characters that we're really surprised about, but it's interesting to see that BB-8 and Jar Jar are actually at the front. Then you can see an Ewok to the right, and then right behind Finn right now, you can see just the little edge of Captain Phasma. So I guess that these are going to be the most prominent characters in the game, like the most important characters that we're going to see. And then, of course, Rey is lifting her lightsaber up, doing the classic look that was on the poster for 1977 Star Wars. So I'll put a comparison right by side, but that's an interesting detail that they put right there.
Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Your adventure.
So this part right here really surprised me. So this is how you're going to be able to select your episodes. Now, you can't just choose whatever episode you want to start off as. You have to either start off as The Phantom Menace, A New Hope or The Force Awakens. So as you see right there, it says locked because you have to do episode 1, or you can start at the beginning of The Phantom Menace. Now, personally, I'm going to start at the beginning of The Phantom Menace, but I bet you a bunch of people are going to start at episode IV because that was how it started. And if we take a look at the little idle animations right there, you can see like the island of Hoth right there to the right. I believe that could be Endor, and then to the left you see Tatooine. Then it says at the bottom, complete episode IV, A New Hope to unlock, and then it's got Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back at the bottom.
Start by picking the trilogy of your choice. Start with Poe Dameron fighting off the First Order.
So you can see right above their heads, there's a little 2, and then there's a 2 to the left. I'll circle it. So like I said before, that must be the damage. Now, if you look closer to Poe, you can see that he's got a health bar to the left right there. So this game is definitely gonna get into the health bars, and honestly, I think that's really cool because before you had hearts, and I'm not hating hearts. I like those hearts personally. I do like the hearts, but I think health bars will be better. And just this game is more. The mechanics are getting even more advanced for a Lego game, so it's really cool to see.
In Episode 7, jump into Episode 1 as Qui-Gon and his young Padawan escape a failed negotiation, or start where it all began as Leia sends R2-D2.
So we've seen this shot 3 times before. So the first shot that we saw was in the original trailer, and we saw Leia that looks exactly like this. I'll put a comparison. I believe that it may be slightly different in the background, but pretty much the same. The second shot, we saw Leia with a hood on, and then this is the third shot that will most likely be in the game. So Leia does not have a hood on. She's giving R2 the memory bank here, and just to take a look at the background looks really cool, and that's all Lego right there. That is all Lego. No CGI. That is pretty much all like made to look like Lego. Well, obviously it is CGI made, but that's really cool to see how much attention they put into making the background.
And C-3PO on a mission that will change the course of the galaxy. Whatever era you choose, play through.
So that right there was the Snoke throne room battle. Now we've seen that before, but that looks like the beginning of the battle because the background, it hasn't been ripped up yet and on fire. And here we get to see a nice shot of Hoth. Now, in the circle, you can see a circle of studs. Now, in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, once you fly through the circle of studs, you collect all the studs around it. And we know that's going to happen in this game because another shot of Obi-Wan flying through the circle of rings did confirm that. And this looks to be the second level of The Empire Strikes Back, probably the one where you have to take out most of the AT-STs, maybe some AT-ATs, and it looks like this game will also include the way that you can grapple around their legs to take them out. And then, of course, you can see the trenches below with the people in the trenches, so they're keeping it pretty accurate.
The entire saga and experience the hilarious fun only LEGO games can offer.
It looks like you're going to also get to play through the Ewok battle and the Jar Jar battle. Now, originally, we did not get to see the Battle of Naboo from Jar Jar's perspective, but most likely in this game, we're going to get to see it because the later shot will show you that we do get to see it. And then it looks like Ewoks, we're also going to probably get a level that includes you having to place Ewok, kind of like how in the original game you had to place Wicket.
As war spreads across the galaxy,
this shot's also a really cool shot. So right here you can see that this is most likely the 5th level of the Geonosis. Now there are 5 levels in each episode in this game. So this is most likely the last level. Now originally in the complete saga there was an episode called Gunship Cavalry, and I personally didn't like that episode that much. But it was basically you have to fly and dodge obstacles as a gunship. And then the final level was the Count Dooku battle. I believe that in this game, it's probably just going to be a quick battle with the gunships. And then you get to finally battle Count Dooku. And this looks to be the final episode. And you can see Anakin in there with his episode 2 look. And then you can see the clone trooper right there.
LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga lets you experience the many thrills of your favorite battles.
So this looks, like I said, this confirms that we are going to get to see the Battle of Naboo properly from Jar Jar's perspective. And right here, the one trooper is holding the neck of the other trooper trying to correct his head.
New combat mechanics.
Here, right now, when the narrator's talking about new combat mechanics again, we finally get to see some Force usage. So you're going to see Anakin get to use the Force right here. And in the background, you can see some arrows. Sorry about that. In the background, you can see some arrows. That's probably telling you they have to go that way to deactivate the ray shields. And then you'll finally get to battle Count Dooku.
Allow for greater mastery as you plunge into the action and defeat enemies both big and small.
Right here, this looks to be free play. Now, the reason that it looks to be free play is, number 1, Rose Tico was not in Revenge of the Sith. And number 2, you can see a character on the left, which appears to be a similar... This looks like a 332nd Battalion clone trooper, which is Ahsoka's clone trooper. It looks similar to that, but then again, it's got the blue markings on the helmet, which makes it the 501st, which is Anakin's Legion. And then also, it's got the things on the arm, the orange things on the arm, which makes it the 212th Attack Battalion. So I think this might be some sort of just random stormtrooper that doesn't have a name. But it's got like a little speech bubble on top of his head, meaning that this is free play and that he's probably going to give you a mission of some sort that you can complete and get reward. So here you see they're talking about the string attack. So basically, here's what's going to happen. Most likely later you're going to see that the UI on the side, it shows like a little bit of a combat bar. Once you fill that combat bar, you can do special maneuvers, which we've only seen in one Lego game, Lego Ninjago, the video game, and that's probably going to be readapted into this game, but even better. And of course, you can see the holographic studs again, which you'll see throughout the trailer.
Attacks together to form impressive combo chains that deal significant damage to.
Now, right here, if you didn't notice it there, I'll loop it again, but it said blocked, blocked, blocked. So it seems that the enemies will also be able to block your attacks. So it seems that the AI in this game is going to be slightly smarter, and it might be a little bit more of a challenge. There's always the option that they could make difficulties, but I doubt they would do that, because Lego games are supposed to be easy, but still fun, not difficult. Like, when you die, you don't respawn at the beginning of the level, you just respawn where you died. So they're supposed to be difficult, but fun at the same time. And this looks to be the first episode in The Force Awakens where you're tasked with Poe and Finn to escape the starship.
Enemies. And fend off.
Okay, here this looks to be the Great Pit of Carkoon level at the beginning. You can see a skiff in the background, a barbecue on the sail barge. I guess that's going to be something funny in the cut scene. And then Luke Skywalker's fighting a weak way, and the other thing to the side could be another weak way, but I think it's most likely a Nikto.
Oncoming attacks using counter maneuvers designed to.
And now you get to see the combo move. So, like, each character has their own unique ability to counterattack. R2 can do a flip with he can flip his dome. Darth Maul can probably stab them or something. You'll see he's probably going to use the Force.
Defeat foes in style.
Yeah, that's Force Choke. And then the Tusken Raider's ability is to hit them in the head.
It's tailored to your favorite characters. New blaster.
So now they're talking about the new blaster mechanics. So right here we have Padme. Now finally we get to see a little bit of the UI. So first of all, you can finally see a crosshair in the middle. Not crosshair from the Bad Batch, but a crosshair that lets you finally aim on sight. So you're not just shooting randomly. You can actually aim for the head or aim for the body, and depending on where you shoot, it could be a one-hit kill or it can be a multiple-hit kill. Now, on the left, it says Padme ship and then her affiliation. So her affiliation shows Rebel because she's a good guy, and then right below, you can see the coins. So she's at 1,600 studs, and then at the top, you see a little bar right here. This could be the free play, the True Jedi bar, or whatever it's going to be called in this game. So one part shows gray, one part shows blue, and then the other part shows purple. So maybe in this game, you have to collect a certain amount of gray, a certain amount of blue, a certain amount of purple. I don't understand how this is working. It looks a little complicated, but I'm just going to direct your attention to the right. So at the right, it says ×2. Now that ×2 is basically like your combat bar. Then to the right, you have your little bar, which is going to tell you what combat moves you can do. So basically, right trigger is probably going to be like you can throw the enemy backwards. I don't know. And then below, there's a little 12. So I'm guessing that's your rank of some sort.
Controls and mechanics put you right in the middle of fierce battles and let you aim with skillful precision.
So right here they're talking about. Now, as you see, those numbers are also appearing on top, so that's damage. And also before, it seems that when you kill an enemy, you automatically collect the studs for killing an enemy. Maybe there'll be a way to turn off that, but that is basically called character studs, which is when you kill an enemy, you collect studs as a reward for killing that enemy. That could be a red brick that you can turn on and off, or it could be in the game like it was in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens.
And if things get too intense, take cover and assess the risk.
This is the Exegol battle. We've seen this multiple times before in the trailer, but we finally got a good look at it. So it's a very large-scale battle. In the background, you can see X-Wing that's crashed, and there's a little bit of an electric blocker there, so you might have to deactivate that. There's a sniper up top, and then there's three troopers right there. Then there's 3 Sith troopers on the bottom, and basically they're showing out how you can block behind stuff to get a precise aim.
And opportunities. When the time is right, take your shot and watch as enemies react to aimed hits. Because after all, there's nothing like having a good blaster at your side. Or choose to use a weapon from a more civilized age.
So this shot right here is very funny. So first of all, you can see 2 photos in the background. This one is of Obi-Wan with Commander Cody probably partying, but one detail you might want to notice is that Obi-Wan's got his long hair from Attack of the Clones, yet this looks like it could be from Revenge of the Sith on Utapau. So I don't know, maybe that's a joke of some sorts, maybe it's from the Clone Wars. Then to the right, there was another photo. You can't really tell what it is, but the main intention is you can see Luke Skywalker looking down the barrel of his lightsaber. Now that's a funny nod to a set photo that was taken on 1977's A New Hope with Mark Hamill looking down the shaft of the lightsaber, and Obi-Wan, Alec Guinness, has got a worried look on his face. So they made homage to that by making Luke Skywalker look down the shaft of his lightsaber.
As you wield a lightsaber against the saga's most sinister villain.
This right here appears to be the best in battle, and this looks like it could be, finally we get some quick time events where you have to mash some buttons, because we never really got quick time events before, but you're basically just going to have to spam B or something.
Fight like a Jedi Knight, or someone still mastering the ways.
This looks to be mumble mode of some sorts, because at the end you know that there is a mumble mode, so this could be mumble mode, or sometimes they do put mumbles when even you're on talking mode, so that can be interesting to see.
But a lightsaber isn't the only weapon in a Jedi's arsenal. Remember,
So right here in the background, you can see an object that appears to be highlighted. I'm assuming that that object means, if an object is highlighted, it means that you could probably use the Force on it. And then in the foreground, you can see a lizard, and that's a homage because when they were filming The Empire Strikes Back, there were lizards and snakes all around. You even see like Luke pulled a snake out of his X-wing. And then the tree in the background is CGI'd. It's not actually Lego, but it's interesting to see.
the Force is everywhere. Harness its power to lift objects.
So like I said, if an object is highlighted, you're most likely going to be able to use the Force on it. The object on the right here is highlighted, and you're going to see Anakin's going to use it. And also, an interesting detail is that his lightsaber is actually hanging down on his belt, and that we've never seen that before. Most of the time, when a character puts their lightsaber away, it just disappears magically. But right now, it's actually hanging from his belt, so they're actually trying to make it look more visually stunning.
Attack enemies or influence others.
So right here, he uses the Force to influence the method. Now, the three things were panic, influence, or distract. He chose distract. Now he's going to distract the two troopers behind. And this is probably right here in the first level. This looks to be a free play. I don't think it's actually in the level, but it seems that they're finally getting to show that you can actually use some Jedi mind tricks on creatures.
Can also take their adventures to new heights by progressively
So this scene right here really surprised me. So this, I think it's free play. I don't actually think it's in the level, but in the hand of one of the Jedi right there, you can see a Kyber brick. Now, Kyber bricks are going to be replacing the gold bricks that we've seen previously in other LEGO games. So this appears to be free play. I don't know where this location could be. I thought at first it was Ilum, but we have now been confirmed that Ilum is not in the game. So this could be Starkiller Base, but Starkiller Base is not in free play. So I have no idea what this could be right now.
unlocking planets as you
There we got Hoth right here with Han on Hoth. Now just take a second to look at the weathering that they put on them. They've put very close attention to putting the snow on them, and it looks very visually stunning.
your way through the saga. Just open the holo project.
So here I'm going to pause on the galaxy map. Now we've seen this galaxy map before in another shot here. I'll put a side-by-side comparison. But they've added the three mysterious planets that we didn't get to see. Coruscant, Jakku, Takodana, Exegol, and Mustafar we previously did not get to see. Now in the other shot right there, they were crossed off with red lines. When it's crossed off with red lines, it means that you cannot go to that planet because they're not in the right era. So depending on what era you're in, like say you're in the prequels, you might not be able to go to Starkiller Base or Exegol because the Exegol has never seen the prequels. If you're in the original trilogy, you might not be able to go to Coruscant. So it's going to work like that, but this is probably free play where you have no limitations. Now, if you look at the bottom where it says close, and at the left to the right, in the original trailer, it said B for close, and it said left trigger and right trigger at the top. But in this one, there's no, they're not telling you that either on Xbox or PlayStation. Before, it was B, meaning that they were playing on Xbox. Right here, they've removed that, probably because they didn't want to show which one they were on. Because then, of course, you can get to marketing issues where they're using, I don't know. But they've definitely removed the UI right there for those.
To access the galaxy map and chart your course.
This right here looks to be the resistance base on Agent Kloss, I believe is how it's pronounced. And then you can see Zipline in the background, which you've seen Finn ride down. I don't know if this is actually going to be a free play, like you can actually play. It might be a hub world, or it might not, but it's probably a hub world because you can see the zip line down there.
Space travel comes with its own set of exciting encounters.
So right here, I'm going to pause it right here. So first, we know that they're playing on Poe Dameron Jacket, and his affiliation is light side. To the right, you can see a little question mark. It means it's probably unknown. And right there, you can see a little Kyber brick, meaning there's a Kyber brick there. Now, there are two places that you can land on Coruscant, which is something that we've been asking for a while. The Federal District, or the Uskru District. Sorry, I got to ask Google Translate how to pronounce it.
USCRU.
The Uskru District. So you can choose to land on the Federal District or the Uskru District. And most likely on Tatooine, you're probably going to be able to land on Mos Eisley Cantina, Mos Pelgo, or the Great Pit of Carkoon. Then to your bottom, you can see a purple thing that says 0 on 5, and then there's a little bar at the bottom. Now take a second, because then you're going to see that number is going to change.
Be prepared to engage in exhilarating dogfights against...
So right here now it says 5 on 5. So I don't know what that means. That could be some sort of collectible that you need to beat the battle. And then finally we get to see the combat bar for a Star Destroyer. So this is an Executor class Star Destroyer Dreadnought. So this is most likely an Executor. This is most likely in Return of the Jedi, because we get to see the Executor in Return of the Jedi. And then the character that you're playing as is Boss Nass. So this is most likely free play.
ships, or take on incredible missions.
Fin crate, and then it says new mission unlocked, Tatooine, Cantonica space, more info. So this must be the mission in free play. And then again, you can see the UI around, and then it says 3 on 5 at the bottom, and then it says 50 for your bar at the bottom.
As you pilot legendary vehicles. And when you're ready, make your descent to the next adventure.
That's one heck of a pilot!
That's the line that we hear in The Force Awakens. And then Poe is killing a FN-2199, I believe is what the troop.
Every episode in the saga is full.
So right here, this looks to be the Battle of Naboo. So you can see the MTTs in the background, and then you can see a whole battalion of troopers. Now, right now, you're most likely playing as the tanks that, they don't really have tanks, but they had animals, and basically, as you know, Jar Jar was able to launch those little things, and then they were basically kind of like mini EMTs, electronic magnetic, whatever the T stands for, and basically it takes out the troopers, and then, yeah.
Fun and exciting levels, many with multiple routes.
So this is the multi-build part that we're getting to see. So first you can either create a laser turret or a water cannon. And right now in the background they're saying that you can take multiple routes. So meaning there are more than one way to beat the level. You could either take the left way and go that way, or you can take out the fire and go the second way.
To progress through. So you can charge in boldly or find a more stealthy approach.
Exactly what I was about to say. So basically you can take the way where you just go in full force, kill everybody, or you can be stealthy and go around a second way.
As you arrive at new destinations, you can choose to either.
This is free play right here, and this appears to be Naboo. You can see the Jedi Temple in the background, and then some more buildable objects or destroyable objects. And you're playing as Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. So this is most likely not the hub world. This is most likely what I like to call the level between levels, which is basically once you complete a level, you're put into the mini hub world, and then you progress through the hub world to the next level, or as I like to call it, the level between levels. So this is most likely in the Phantom Menace between the level pod racing and between the level where they go back to Naboo, which is most likely what it is.
Continue onwards through the main story.
So right here, this is how you're going to be able to go through levels. Now, the character that they're playing as right here, I couldn't tell who it is, but it looks like it could be Qui-Gon, so maybe they're playing free play. And then right here it says Senate Showdown, meaning that that's confirming that the level where Yoda fights Palpatine is going to be in the game. And most likely, it's also going to be tied in with the level where Anakin fights Obi-Wan. And this is 30% complete, so this could be a bonus level, or of course, it could be a main level.
Or take a detour to explore iconic and expansive planets.
So right here, you can definitely get to see really Jar Jar's homeworld. There's studs on the platforms. Below, there's different parts, and this is probably going to be a very extensive area, which is probably most likely going to be explored more in free play than in the actual game. But it's definitely going to be a very fun place to explore.
From the Skywalker Saga. From the forest moon of Endor to the desert dunes of Tatooine, get closer to the action and behold the most visually breathtaking LEGO game yet. Go off the beaten path and take on side.
So this is one of these bonus missions that I was talking about earlier. Splat a Womp Rat. So basically, depending on how many you kill, you basically get either a Kyber Brick, 500 credits, or 250 credits. Then you can do cancel or start.
Missions. Everything from bullseye.
Now to the left, you can see the UI says 2,500, 1,500, or 500. So basically, there's different medals that you can get depending on how many you kill, and then there's a timer at the top.
Rats facing off against scum and villainy, or pondering the great mysteries of the saga.
Tell me, who shot first? Han! Greedo!
They're discussing on who shot first, if it was Han or Greedo. Now, personally, in my opinion, it was Greedo. You guys might say it's Han. Tell me in the comments below. But we're going to get to see, most likely in this game, it's probably going to be Greedo that shoots first, or it could be Han. Because you can see right here in the next scene, it's Greedo that shoots first. But in the original cut of the game, it was Han that shoots first.
The more you explore the galaxy, the greater the rewards.
We've never actually seen that reward right there that was floating around. That could be some sort of mini kit or another collectible of some sorts. We've never seen it in any of the trailers. And also, you're playing as the character IG-88 who can use a grapple hook. And he's most likely going to be... This could be a bounty hunter mission because IG-88 is a bounty hunter. And it is confirmed that bounty hunter missions are returning, but...
Uncover Kyber bricks to unlock new features, including upgrade.
So this right here was one part that really got me excited. So first it says core upgrades 63%, then there's a bunch of percentages. So basically you can actually upgrade your class of hero. So basically if you're playing as a Jedi, you can unlock more abilities. And the different classes that they have is Jedi, Hero, Scavenger, Scoundrel, Bounty Hunter, Villain, Darkside, Astromech Droid, or Protocol Droid, and basically upgrade. They're going to show the upgrades in a couple seconds.
Abilities across a range of unique character classes. Whether
So right here, you can definitely see the different abilities that you can choose: a net launcher, a glider, or a breaker blaster, whatever that is.
using a scavenger's net launcher to climb with swift agility. Sensing opportunities for impressive shots as a scoundrel. Unleashing shock grenades as a bounty hunter.
So look at Boba Fett right here. This is Boba Fett Return of the Jedi. You can tell because he's got a green podron on his shoulder, not the striped one that he has in Empire. And it's confirming that he does have shock grenades, which basically, this is most likely a bounty hunter mission again. Then you can see instead on the left.
Or putting your better half to work as a protocol droid.
Goodness me.
Each upgrade makes your
So here I'm just going to pause it right here so you can take a look. It says Dark Rise. Boost the power and capabilities of Force Lift. Hold blank because it doesn't show. Current level. Non-droid enemies such as Stormtroopers can be thrown with right triggers. Most likely what it did. Basically this ability shows you can finally like yeet a bunch of Stormtroopers or whatever as the dark side. Or since you're on the dark side you would yeet a bunch of Jedi.
powerful and ready to take on any challenge.
So here you see what I was just talking about. How you can finally yeet people with that ability.
And with over
Okay, so here I'm going to pause and take a look at the character roster. I know this video is pretty long, but this is a complete breakdown. So the top right there, I'll try to circle it maybe if I feel like it. But up there, I believe that is the leader of Kanji Club or whatever the other team was. I don't remember his name. And then to the left, you see Bail Organa, Babu Frick, Bib Fortuna, Kylo Ren, Boba Fett, Trandoshan, Boss Nass, whatever that character is. I don't know his name. Whatever that character is. Boba Fett, Captain Antilles, who he's highlighted.
300
Captain Typho is his name. The guy to the right, I don't know who it is. And then there appears to be a Jar Jar species, whatever they're called, Gungans. And then to the left, you can see a shaded out version of Captain Phasma, meaning that it's probably locked.
characters to unlock.
There is Darth Vader, Count Dooku, Chewbacca, a 212th Attack Battalion Trooper, 501st Attack Battalion Trooper, Commander Cody. To the right there, I think that might be Cassian Andor. That means that the battle pack's been opened. Dio, Commander Gree, or just a random Force Trooper.
Free
Darth Maul, I just gotta look at it, and then here's the scene right here.
play mode lets you play as legends from every corner of the saga and live
Right here you can see a mini kit in the background. Have you seen this shot before?
out your greatest Star Wars fantasies. Lego Star Wars
So here this must be a side mission. It says Han Solo Episode V, and the side mission right here is to if you kill a certain amount of people, you can collect 3 out of 5 to get the mini kit.
The Skywalker saga lets you relive your favorite moments.
The Dianoga, and right here you can see a blue stud. I believe this is our first look at the blue holographic stud that you collect. Now,
All 9 films and experience fun and new adventures like never
right here in the background, sorry, it's a big flash, but you can see the background, there's some more studs, so that's most likely only accessible in free play mode, and then Qui-Gon's coming to help.
before. On April 5th,
This is the second level, or most likely the first level in the Skywalker Saga in Episode 2, and this is most likely going to be the same as before. We have to chase Zam Wessel, and right beside you can see some advertisements, a Twi'lek advertisement, some Orbesh down there that I don't feel like translating, and yeah.
the galaxy is yours.
This is most likely the final mission in Episode 1, and it says Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot, where you're tasked to blow up the Death Star.
Your feeling.
So here, there's a bunch of things right here, so I'm just going to have to skip back 10 seconds to take a look. So we're going to try to take a look at all of these. These are probably most likely the extras that you get by getting the red bricks. So right here, it also says enter code at the top. So that's basically, there's some codes on the Lego sets like the Razor Crest or the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar from 2019, which basically if you enter the code, it allows you to unlock special characters or special mini cheats is what these are kind of called. At the top it says studs times 6, stud times 8, stud times 10. We've seen this both before. Super GNK droid, I don't know what that does. Porg companion, meaning that a porg probably follows you. But I get lightsaber is self-explanatory. Galaxy Rave says that it adds an old-timey screen effect to the game. Television mode, which is most likely what that is. Hologram mode, which maybe it makes your character look like a hologram. Retro mode, which most likely makes it look retro. GNK civilians replaces all civilians with Gonk droid, and then says Gonk. Then Mumble mode. So Luke's just like, nope, you're not my father. And also, I believe that the way that they make the mumbles is they most likely just take the voice lines and they probably just add like a sound effect to it to like mix it up. I don't actually think they re-record someone just mumbling for 10 hours. I don't think that's actually how they do it. They most likely just take the audio and then they like mix it up to make it sound like it's mumbles. That's probably how they do it. And now the DLC packs. Now, I'm not going to talk about in this video because this video is way too long, but I'm probably going to have a whole video coming out about what you get in the deluxe edition because game's coming soon. Anyways, this is a long video. I have a lot of editing to do. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and bye.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.